Welcome to Everyday English Podcast. Okay, be honest. Have you ever stood at a New Year's party listening to all that happy noise and felt a little stuck? Someone turns to you, glass raised, and says something fast and full of idioms, and you just smile and nod.
You want to join in, right? You want to say more than just Happy New Year and really connect. But maybe you're worried. What if the phrase is too formal? What if it sounds strange? What if you use it wrong?
Exactly. That moment of hesitation. We've all been there. And it's not just about the words. It's about the feeling behind them.
Welcome to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Mark.
And I'm Anna.
And today, we're taking that pressure away. We're diving into the English phrases people really use at New Year. Not just the textbook ones, but the real, natural, heartfelt things we say.
By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to say in 3 key moments. First, you'll know how to talk about your hopes for the future with phrases that sound warm and natural, not like a corporate mission statement.
Second, you'll stop making the small mistake with a very common preposition that even native speakers argue about. We'll clear that up.
And third, and most importantly, you'll feel confident. You'll feel ready to express your feelings in English during this special time. That's our promise to you.
Let's start right in the middle of a party. It's December 31st, maybe 11:50 p.m. The music is loud, everyone is happy. Anna, you're talking to a friend. Let's call her Sarah.
Okay, I'm Sarah. Anna, there you are. Can you believe another year is almost over? It just flew by.
I know, right? It feels like we were just celebrating last New Year's. So, are you making any resolutions for this year?
See, that's our first key phrase, making resolutions. We make them. We don't do them or write them, usually. We make New Year's resolutions.
Good catch, and it's such a common question. Now, Anna, as Sarah, what do you say? Because maybe you don't have a strict list.
Oh, I'm not really one for strict resolutions, but I do want to take up gardening, and I'd love to get back into painting. Did you hear those phrases?
I did. Take up, that means to start a new hobby. Get back into, to start doing something again that you stopped. Both are perfect for New Year's talks. They're softer than I must go to the gym 5 times a week.
Exactly. They sound more like a gentle intention. Now, Mark, what do you say next?
I'm just hoping to cut down on screen time before bed, and maybe finally get around to reading that huge novel on my shelf.
Wonderful. Cut down on, to reduce something, and finally get around to do something you've wanted to do for a long time. These are the real building blocks of New Year's conversations. Not just, I will be better, but I'll cut down on sugar, or I'll finally get around to calling my old friends.
Let's practice these quickly. Repeat after us, just to feel the rhythm.
Take up.
Get back into.
Cut down on.
Get around to.
Great. You've already got a toolbox.
Okay, time for our secret tip. This is the preposition mistake I mentioned. Anna, finish this sentence. I'm looking forward the new year.
To the new year. Looking forward to.
Correct. But here's where people get confused. What comes after to? Is it a verb? What if you say, I'm looking forward to see you next year?
That's the mistake. After looking forward to, the rule is secret and simple. You treat the whole to part as a preposition, not part of an infinitive verb. So what follows must be a noun or a verb acting like a noun, a gerund.
So it's always, I'm looking forward to the party. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to a fresh start.
Never to see, always to seeing. Think of to here as a greedy little preposition that needs an object, and that object is a thing. Seeing is the thing you are looking forward to.
This is a pro tip that will make your grammar sound incredibly natural. Let's practice.
I'm looking forward to celebrating. I'm looking forward to a quiet January. I'm looking forward to trying new things.
Perfect. You've just leveled up.
Now, let's move to January 1st. The party is over, it's calm, you're texting or having coffee with a close friend or family member. This is for deeper, more heartfelt phrases. Mark, let's set the scene.
Okay,
Imagine we're messaging our friend David. He had a tough year. Maybe he lost his job or went through a hard time. I'll write to him, "Hey David, thinking of you as the new year starts. I just want to say I'm rooting for you this year."
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm rooting for you. It means I'm supporting you, I'm on your team, I want you to succeed. It's warm and strong.
What might David reply?
Thanks, Mark. That means a lot. Honestly, I'm just hoping to turn over a new leaf and put the past behind me.
Another fantastic phrase, to turn over a new leaf. It means to start again, to change your behavior for the better, like starting a fresh, clean page in a book.
And you could respond with a wish, not just good luck, but something more visual. I hope this new year brings you peace of mind, or I'm wishing you a year filled with joy and good health.
Those are gifts in sentence form. They show deep care. Let's practice these heartfelt lines.
I'm rooting for you.
Turn over a new leaf.
Peace of mind.
A year filled with joy.
Now the third scene. January 3rd or 4th. You're back at work, or you're writing an email to a colleague or a client. The tone is different. It's professional, but still warm. Mark, you're writing a team email.
Hello, team, and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a refreshing break. As we kick off this new year, I want to thank you for your hard work. I'm confident that we can achieve great things together.
Nice. Kick off the new year. To start something, often a project or a season, very common in business. I'm confident that, optimistic and professional.
Now, in a meeting, someone might ask, so what's our focus as we head into Q1? Head into, to move into a period of time.
And you might talk about goals, not resolutions, but goals or priorities. My main priority this quarter is to improve our processes, or one of my goals is to build stronger client relationships.
And the classic sign-off in an email in early January? Wishing you all the best for the year ahead. Simple, classy, perfect.
Let's get these professional phrases in your voice.
Kick off the new year.
As we head into January.
My main priority. Time for some active practice. We're going to give you 3 situations. We'll leave a space for you to say your line out loud. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try.
Situation 1. You're at a party. Your friend says, I want to learn Spanish this year. You want to be encouraging. What do you say? Maybe you said, that's great, I'm rooting for you. Or, good for you, I want to get back into yoga.
Situation 2. It's January 2nd. You're texting a friend who is sad. You want to send hope. Maybe you said, I hope you can turn over a new leaf. Or, I'm looking forward to seeing your smile again soon.
Situation 3. A work email. You need to start it in a friendly New Year way. Maybe you wrote, Happy New Year. As we kick off this month, my priority is...
Amazing. You did it.
So what's the real takeaway from all these phrases? It's not about memorizing a list, it's about connection. These phrases are just tools to help you share your true feelings, your hope, your support, your optimism in English.
The new year is about a shared human feeling, looking at the future together. Whether you're making a resolution, rooting for someone, or kicking off a project, language is how we build that bridge.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. This is your call to action. In the comments, tell us one thing, big or small, that you are looking forward to in this new year. It could be, I'm looking forward to seeing my family, or I'm looking forward to taking up baking. Share your hope with our community.
Keep practicing these phrases. Say them in the mirror, text them to a friend, write them in a journal.
And remember, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Thank you for letting us be part of your English journey.
Happy New Year!
Keep practicing, and may your year ahead be filled with meaningful conversations.